In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add a simple event to your calendar. Before we get started, it is a good idea to create event categories before you start adding events. This will help you organize and color code your events. I show you how to manage these categories in another video. If you haven't done this yet, I would suggest starting there. By default, you have two categories called default category and visitation. Visitation is also covered in another video. To add your first event, simply click on Add Event. There are three different event types you can choose from: transition, visitation, and event. Transitions are for regular parenting schedules. For example, if you have an alternating weekend custody arrangement, you can use transition events in your calendar to record agreed upon times and dates that your children will make the transition to each parent's home. Visitations are for single-day visits with the other co-parent. As I mentioned, we will also cover this in another video. Finally, we have our main type called events. This is for everyday scheduling, such as sports activities, dance lessons, after-school events, dentist appointments, and etc. The description is the label you'll see in the calendar. In our example, we will put Science Fair. The location is where the event will take place. We'll put Community Center. Other options could be the actual address of the event. The start date is the date of the event. If the date spans for more than one day or it is recurring, the end date should be the date when the event ends. For now, we will keep it simple and set them both the same, since the science fair is just the one day. If you know the start and end time, you can add it. Otherwise, it will set the event as all day. For my example, we'll set it 1 p.m. and end at 4 p.m. Recurrence will give you the ability to set this event to occur several times over a specified period. This would be useful for such things as weekly sporting event every Monday. We covered this in another video, so for now we will not check it. Next, select which co-parent, if any, will be taking them to the event. As mentioned in the beginning, you can have event categories. Selecting the category will color code the event in the calendar. Next, select the children that will be attending the event. Note if you only have one child, the child field will actually not appear, since the single child will be automatically selected. Private events allow you to mark this event so only the person who created the event can see it. This is useful since co-parents can add their own personal events to the calendar, which can be hidden from children and co-parent. There are also additional notes, so if you need to record any other information about the event, you can include that here. When you're ready, click on Create. In the calendar, it will now show your new event, and you can see its color codes. In our example, it is red for a default category. It also shows the description. These are the basics of adding an event. Please see our other videos on creating event categories, recurring events, parenting schedules, editing the event, and navigating the calendar.